Weight loss surgery and protein needs. In the world of weight loss, there have always been many people who are eager to find a faster and easier fix. Diet and exercise are the first steps that are recommended by doctors, with weight loss pills usually being the next step. However, for many people, these steps may not be enough and they may turn to more serious means of support, such as weight loss surgery. There are several different types of weight loss surgery, with the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass being the most common. Many people will try a new diet plan, both those that are doctor recommended and suggested by friends and family, or even dangerous trendy fad diets, to no avail. They may start off strong and lose a few pounds, but will eventually falter and end up back to their old habits, which means a gain of the weight that they already lost and then some extra. In the first few weeks of most diet plans, the weight that is being lost is typically water weight because it takes some time to both stimulate a sluggish metabolism back to life and to start burning the deeper fat layers of the body. The body must go through a number of processes to burn this layer, so it takes some time to kick the process into higher gear. The more weight that you have to lose, the longer it may take to start seeing any real results, which may lead to a faster realization of disappointment. Unrealistic expectations may play a large role in the end of many diets. People read the diets in the checkout counter magazines that promise the ability to drop 20 pounds a week simply by eliminating carbs or by not eating fruits or by doubling your protein intake. Take this pill and you will lose 50 pounds today without diet and without exercise. Drink this concoction and you will be at your goal weight in the morning, losing weight while you sleep. And, of course, the magic berry that can make you into a supermodel in a matter of 30 days without any effort. We all know that they are not true, but the fact is that these trendy diets offer hope, false hope, of course, but hope. The truth is that weight loss is a very serious and very arduous journey that will be filled with temptations and missteps along the way. We need to understand the mental as well as the physical aspects of this journey, and we need to understand how very serious obesity can be. For many people, weight loss surgery, which is a very serious and dangerous surgery, can be the last step before a sure and early death. The prevalence of obesity in the United States. In the United States alone, about 67% of all men and 62% of all women are overweight, having a BMI over 25, with well over 30% of both genders being classified as obese, having a BMI over 30. Source: Carlson, 2008. The health hazards of obesity include arthritis, cardiovascular disease, including heart attack and stroke, diabetes, hypertension and some cancers. Life expectancy for the obese person is far lower than their normal weight counterparts. You are more likely to die from any of these diseases or others if you are overweight or obese than if you are not. Some cosmetic surgeries are not done on those who are classified as obese until they have lost some of their weight because the risk is considered to be too high. In fact, some of the gastric bypass surgeries are not done on those who are extremely obese because of the increased risk they present both during the actual surgery and during the recovery period. Guidelines for surgery. For the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass surgery, the guidelines and qualifications include a BMI of 40 or higher, a secondary and life-threatening condition associated with the weight, obese for more than 5 years, no ongoing alcohol problems, not being treated for depression or major psychiatric disorder, between the ages of 18 and 65. Other surgery types can be considered, including the sleeve gastrectomy, which is used for those who have extreme BMIs and are not considered to be appropriate for the usual surgery types. After these patients have lost enough weight, they are typically brought in for a second surgery which will convert them to the conventional gastric bypass surgery types. Recovery and returning to life after gastric bypass surgery. After the gastric bypass surgery is completed, it is important that the patient get emotional support, as well as nutritional guidance and counseling. The stomach is much smaller now, with food bypassing the small intestine. The patient will quickly feel fuller with less food and less food will be absorbed from what is taken in. It is very important that the right nutrition is received, and this may include supplementation. Iron and vitamin B12 deficiencies are very common, with up to half of the patients becoming anemic after their surgery. Source: www.sergeyadis.com/ Gastric bypass surgeries. Despite having a smaller stomach and being able to only eat a small amount at a time, typically around 2 to 3 ounces, the body still needs the 3 macronutrients, protein, carbohydrates and fat, as well as the micronutrients, including vitamins and minerals. Protein supplements, especially those that give additional nutrition, may be called for, but the choice must be a careful one. Some supplements may be too much for the small stomach pouch to handle. ProfectR, from Protica, is 2.9 fluid ounces in total and contains only 100 calories. However, it provides 25 grams of protein per serving, 1/2 of the day's vitamin B complex and an entire day's worth of vitamin C. It is perfect for use between meals and can help contribute to the daily need for protein. Why protein is important after gastric bypass. Protein is an important nutrient, no matter what life stage or state of health you're in. While there is the possibility that you could get too much of it and cause problems for your body, you can also eat too little and have just as many problems. Finding the right balance of all of the nutrients is important no matter what, but for those who have had gastric bypass surgery, it is even more important. Protein before and after surgery is important because it helps to keep you feeling fuller for longer, allowing you to eat less. Since it helps the body with recovery after surgery, including lessening the appearance of the scars on the skin and helping to regain the strength that will be needed to exercise as well. Because you can only eat so little, it is important that the right nutrients are included at all times. Because protein plays a role in all aspects of the body, including the central nervous system, the immunity and digestion. Nutritional education and support. One of the most important things to keep in mind after your gastric bypass surgery is the need for nutritional education and support. You have to learn what makes a healthy diet, even though you will only be eating a small amount at a time, so that you do not face any serious deficiencies. You also need to have the support of those who can help you to face the extreme changes that you are making in your entire life. You still need all of the right nutrients, just in smaller amounts.